Welcome to the Nevada Senate Race Wrap-Up Show. I'm Alex DeBergshaw, and with me tonight is my partner Colin Ray. We want to figure out exactly how Harry Reid pulled this astounding victory. Colin?
Yeah, in our last broadcast, we predicted Sharron Angle to win in a close race, but it looks like we were wrong.
In most polls that we looked at, Sharron Angle was up by as many as 3, but Harry Reid ended up winning comfortably by 5 points. The reason for our incorrect assumption was that Republican bias was extremely overstated. The majority of polls ended up being wrong.
However, Mark Mellman, one of Reid's own pollsters, was the only person to correctly predict Reid to win by 5 points, and nobody would believe him.
CNN's exit poll data showed that the gender gap favored Reid enormously, and the Hispanics, who were 15% of the vote, ended up voting for Reid 68% of the time compared to Sharron Angle's 30%.
It seems like Mrs. Angle's views on immigration were a crucial part to the outcome of this election.
I agree, and Hispanics, a key part of the Democratic coalition of today, are usually more reluctant and less likely to participate in polling, so they tend to be underrepresented.
Yeah. Let's take a break and cut to a commercial.
Hello, Nevada. Look at the results of the election. Now back to me. Back to the results. Now back to me. I knew Harry Reid would win. Now back to you. You thought Sharron Angle would win. Now back to me. Don't you wish you knew what I knew? Now back to you. It hurts being wrong, doesn't it? Now look at me. I'm upside down backwards on a horse. Hi-yah!
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that commercial break. It's interesting to note that while Harry Reid only won 3 counties in the state of Nevada, he ended up receiving 50.2% of the vote.
We underestimated the incumbency advantage, which is a huge mistake, seeing as incumbents are usually re-elected 90% of the time. Even in this tumultuous election, incumbents were elected in similar numbers.
And while those are extremely high numbers, we still saw a lot of changes at the national level this year. In the House alone, the Republicans gained 60 seats and the majority, and in the Senate, Republicans gained 6 seats while the Democrats maintained the majority.
You know, I think we can agree that the pillars of incumbency played a large part in this election. Harry Reid has been a senator for 24 years, and name recognition probably pushed many Nevadans to vote for Harry Reid.
You know, at the national level, when a Republican faced a generic Democrat, the Republicans tended to win. But like in Nevada, when the Democrats had a quality candidate like Harry Reid, Democrats tended to make it competitive and win.
You know, in general, when an incumbent spends more than its challenger, they usually lose. But in this case, Harry Reid spent almost $700,000 more than Sharron Angle and still won in a large margin.
Looking at the Democratic National Coalition numbers, we can see that they dropped across the board. The poor went from 74% leaning Democratic to 58%. African Americans dropped from 93% to 91%. And women dropped 6% as well.
You know, Alex, looking at these numbers, I'm still surprised that Harry Reid won. But Sean Theriault, a political scientist, said it best when he said, "Harry Reid is a magician."